This is the story of Dmitry, a boy whose childhood ended the moment he turned 10. A tragic car accident claimed the lives of his parents, leaving him alone in a world that seemed hostile and unfair. He lived in a small town where family was considered the foundation, and losing parents at such a young age was an event that stigmatized a child for life. After his parents' death, Dmitry came under the care of his aunt, a kind woman, but poor and burdened with her own problems. Their modest house became his new home, but this house could not fill the void that had formed in his heart. Laughter and carefree days disappeared from his life, replaced by silence and a sense of being lost. He was forced to grow up early, to learn to cope with loneliness and to take responsibility for himself. School became not only a place of learning for him but also a refuge from harsh reality. He threw himself into books, into knowledge, seeing them as the only path to changing his destiny. While his peers played in the yard, Dmitry spent hours in the library, absorbing information, dreaming of a future where he could provide himself with a decent life, where there would be no room for fear and poverty. He studied with incredible diligence, understanding that education was his only chance to break free from the vicious cycle of poverty. His teenage years were particularly difficult. He had to work after school to help his aunt and earn pocket money. He delivered newspapers, helped on construction sites, and worked as a janitor. Fatigue was his constant companion, but it could not break his resolve. Every penny earned was a step towards independence for him. He learned to appreciate hard work and to cherish every earned ruble. After graduating from school with a gold medal, Dmitry faced a new dilemma. To enter university, which required significant funds he didn't have, or to start working. He chose the latter, getting a job as a mechanic at a factory. The work was hard and monotonous, but Dmitry did not lose hope. In the evenings, he continued to study, attended courses, and learned new skills. He understood that even in the most unappealing jobs, there were opportunities for growth if viewed from the right angle. He watched the engineers, their work, how they solved complex problems. He began to study blueprints, understand technologies, and ask questions. His natural intellect, enhanced by years of self-education, quickly noticed patterns and found solutions. After several years of hard work and self-study, he received a promotion. He became a junior engineer. This was the first significant step towards his dream. While working at the factory, Dmitry met Pyotr, an experienced engineer who saw in the young man not only diligence but also a sharp mind. Pyotr became his mentor, passing on his experience and knowledge. He taught Dmitry not only technical subtleties but also the basics of entrepreneurship, the ability to see opportunities where others saw only problems. Together with Pyotr, they began to develop a new technology for optimizing production processes. Dmitry, thanks to his natural knack and tireless energy, managed to find unconventional solutions that significantly increased efficiency. They filed for a patent, and, to their great surprise, it was approved. Receiving the patent was a turning point. Dmitry realized that his knowledge and ideas could bring not only benefit but also income. Together with Pyotr, they decided to take a risk and open their own small production. It was a huge step, requiring everything they had: savings, time, and faith in themselves. The first years were incredibly difficult. They had to work almost without days off, face competition, search for clients, and fight bureaucracy. There were moments when it seemed that all their efforts were in vain, that they were about to give up. But the memories of the past, of the difficulties they had already overcome, did not allow them to stop. Dmitry, investing all his strength and ingenuity into the business, managed to find a unique approach to marketing and sales. He understood that his product had to not just work, but solve real problems for clients, bringing them benefits. He personally communicated with each customer, delved into their needs, and offered customized solutions. Gradually, their company began to grow. The new technology proved to be in demand, and orders poured in. Dmitry did not rest on his laurels. He constantly sought new avenues for development, implemented innovations, and invested in research. He learned to manage a team, motivate people, and create an atmosphere where everyone felt like they were part of something bigger. Years passed. The small production facility grew into a large company, holding a leading position in the market. Dmitry's name became associated with success, innovation, and perseverance. He became a millionaire, but wealth did not change him. He remained the same simple and open person, remembering his roots and those who helped him along the way. Dmitry helped his aunt, providing her with a comfortable old age. He founded a charity foundation that helped orphan children, giving them a chance at education and a decent future. He remembered how difficult it was for him as a child and wanted other children not to experience the same fear and loneliness. He often recalled the day he lost his parents. It was the hardest trial of his life, but it was precisely this that hardened him, taught him to appreciate life, and to fight for his happiness. He proved to himself and to the whole world that even after losing everything, one can build a new life, their own, full of meaning and success. His story became an inspiration for many, a testament to the fact that perseverance, hard work, and self-belief can overcome any obstacle. And he, a boy who lost his parents at 10, became a man who managed not only to change his destiny but also to leave his mark on the world.